Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Cassandra and I'm going to take you through this short morning yoga practice. This is a good mix of strength, stretch, balance, but most importantly, mindfulness. We're using our practice and a little bit of time this morning just to set the intention for the day ahead. This is great for all levels. No props are needed. We don't have a lot of time, so let's start right away lying down on our backs. And we're just going to pull the right knee in towards the belly so you can keep your left leg extended out in front of you, drawing that right thigh in towards the chest. And you can flex your left foot as you extend and push out through that left leg, finding even more length. Relax head and shoulders. Just use a little bit of arm strength to pull that right knee in. And I'm opening it up slightly towards my right shoulder. And breathing in and out through your nose. The next time you exhale, we'll carry our knee over into a twist. So the right knee will cross over the body, over towards the left side of our mat. And you can use your right arm reaching out to the side, pushing into that right shoulder blade to deepen this twist. My left hand is just very lightly guiding my right knee down. So we're stretching in opposite directions here. The right shoulder and the right knee moving away from each other. The lower belly is hugging in. And coming all the way back through to center. Before we do the other side, you can either stay in this knee to chest variation or you can go a little bit deeper by coming into half happy baby. So grabbing on maybe the sole of the foot or the big right toe, stacking the ankle over the knee. And I like to keep my elbow to the inside of the leg, just working on pushing that knee open a little bit wider. So working through our hamstrings, through our hips, keep the length in that left leg. And we'll release. Let's switch sides. So straighten your right leg to the mat, draw your left knee in, pull it in here and flex your right foot, push out through that right heel. Really stretching at the back of the knee and maybe opening that left knee to the side slightly. And the next time you exhale, we'll find our twist. Left knee crosses over towards the right side of your mat. Reach your left arm out. Try to push down through that left shoulder blade and draw your lower belly in and up. This will help you twist even deeper. And you can start to ask yourself what your intention is for the day. Just choosing one word. Might just be the first thing that comes to mind. Unwind from the twist and come into your half happy baby. So grabbing a hold maybe of the big toe or the sole of the foot. I like to keep my arm to the inside of my leg to push it open a little more. And at the same time, I'm pulling down. My right leg is going to stay straight. I'm reaching out through my right heel. And let's release. Roll over onto your belly and you can bring your forearms out in front of you for Sphinx pose. So broadening through your chest, pushing into your hands, into your palms, roll your shoulders back, push into the tops of your feet. We're going to go from Sphinx into a little variation of our forearm plank. So you're going to inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, start to look in towards your belly button. And maybe you just want to work at lifting your hips off the mat. You can intensify by also lifting the knees and the legs and lowering back down. Sphinx pose. Inhale, exhale, squeeze and lift, curling in. Twice more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Push through the floor. Last one. And lowering back down, let's find our first downward facing dog. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Press yourself back through table. Tuck the toes under, and then go ahead and lift your knees up and back, or lift your hips up and back, I should say. And you can alternate bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg, working on getting your heel a little bit closer to the mat, just so we're stretching through the back of our calves into our ankles. You might feel this in the soles of your feet. At the same time, my arms are straight. I'm relaxing my neck, letting my head be heavy, and I'm trying to reach my chest towards my thighs. So a little bit of a bend in both knees from here. We'll come into three-legged dog. Right leg rises. Stretch up that leg straight as high as it'll go into our high lunge. Right foot steps between the hands to the top of the mat. Make sure your feet are hip width distance apart. This will help a lot for your balance. Arms extend up. I'm bending a little bit into my back knee so that I can keep my hips directly underneath my shoulders. And let's add a side bend from here. My right hand is going to come to my hip. My left arm is going to reach up and over. So big side body stretch. Coming all the way back through to center, let's bring both hands onto our hips, straighten that front leg, and bring your back foot in a couple inches so that you can ground that back heel. We'll come into pyramid pose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. So a big hamstring stretch here. If you're very tight first thing in the morning, you can absolutely have a bend in that front leg. You really don't need to go very far in this pose to be able to feel it. And let's all bend into that front knee, and you can slide that back foot down until the left knee comes back to the mat, maybe holding here in your low lunge, or you can add a quad stretch. Right arm is going to circle back, bending into your left knee. See if you can grab a hold of that foot as you pull it in towards your seat. So my right shoulder is rolling back. I have a little twist here through the upper body. My hips are low. Let's carefully release, downward facing dog. Right foot steps back, lifting through the hips. And we'll go do that same thing over to the second side. Inhale, left leg rises, straight, squeeze it up into our high lunge. Left foot forward to the top of the mat. Push the feet into the floor. Draw the lower belly in, so keep your hips underneath your shoulders and use this to lift and lengthen out of the waist. And we'll add our side bend from here. Left hand to my hip, right arm will extend and reach up and over. Coming back through to center, both hands on the hips, straighten your left leg and bring that back foot in a little bit so you can ground the heel stable through the base. Inhale to lift, and let's fold on down. I like to relax my neck fully here. I'm making this more of a passive stretch. So I don't have a flat back, which is fine. I'm just letting gravity pull me deeper into the forward fold. We'll be coming into our low lunge, so you can bend into your front knee. Just wiggle or slide those right toes back until you can bring your right knee to the floor, and maybe you hold here in this lunge, or you can bring your left arm back, grabbing a hold of the right foot as you pull it in, and really staying in this twist as the left shoulder draws back, opening through your chest. Releasing our last downward facing dog. Plant the palms, step your left foot back, stretch it out here. And let's find child's pose, balasana. Knees come down to the mat. You can rest your belly down. Arms can be either overhead or by your sides. choosing a one-word intention that captures how you want to feel today, what you want to focus on. And I don't do Shavasana in my short morning classes just because I don't want you to fall back asleep. So instead, we're just going to come up to take a seat, sitting in any way that feels good for your hips and your lower back. And you can bring your hands at the heart, closing the eyes. To set our intention for the day and to close our practice together, we'll chant Om one time. Let's inhale to chant. Breathe in. Om. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this short morning flow. I hope you feel a little bit more energized and ready to take on your day. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know what your one-word intention is. Please subscribe, and maybe we'll practice again together tomorrow morning.